Good morning, y'all, y buenos dias. So for today's video, I wanted to share a couple of tips for how to transition from 1 to 2 kids. Now that I'm kind of more in my routine and I'm now in the hang of things, I wanted to share a couple of things that really helped me out and things that have helped out other parents as well. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Okay, the number one tip, and I think this is by far probably the most important one, is to prepare and talk with your oldest child about the new sibling that is coming. Watch movies about dynamics with more than one kid. Read books about being an older sibling and about what it's like to have a baby around, and just include them in all things baby. Not only do they feel less isolated, but they feel almost like they could be in charge, depending on the age, of course. Try to include them in things that will help with the baby, like bringing diapers or whatever it is that you will need to have them feel like they're the big kid, like they're included, because a lot of the issues that come when another sibling comes along is that sense of them versus me. And so by creating that unity, creating that whole concept of us, that really helps out with the bonding and just the whole idea of the family dynamic. My next tip is set real expectations for what your day-to-day is going to look like. Don't over expect, because the reality of taking care of 2 kids is intense, and you don't want to set yourself up for failure by thinking that in like a week or so you're gonna have all of this like set and done. Like, be real with yourself, take it day by day and step by step. My next tip is take any help that you can, any and all help, whether it's a neighbor offering to bring you a meal or a family member offering to come do your loads of laundry. I mean, anything helps. Every little thing that you can get help with is totally necessary. And as someone who's had tons of help, I honestly don't even know how I could do it without my huge support system that I have. So yeah, even it doesn't matter how small something is, if someone's offering to help, just let them. The next one is food prep. Having easy, convenient meals ready to go is critical when you're taking care of 2 little ones. Having snacks and stuff like that prepared for your older child is just so critical whenever you're just like trying to just stay afloat. So by having meals either frozen, just ready to stick them in the oven, or just like kind of prepped, ready to just go on the stove, it just cuts off time and just minimizes the stuff that you have to do. Which brings me to my next point, which is minimize your to-do list. Be realistic and figure out things that you don't really need to do at that moment, and just don't do them. Focus on your little ones first. Once the newborn is out of that newborn stage, or they're out of the stage where they need like constant contact, then you can start tackling more and more things. But in the beginning, just focus on you and your little ones, and then take everything step by step, and then slowly start adding things onto that to-do list. The next one is create a routine. Create some sort of structure in your day, not only for your children, because it really helps out the older child, but also for your sanity, because by knowing typical things of how things are going to go, it's just going to help you out and help you feel like you're not just drowning in all of these things that you have to do. Just set a gentle, flexible schedule that you can kind of stick to. Next tip is try to get some solo activities for your older child. Obviously, these all depend on the age of your child. Luna and Kwali are 2.5 years apart, so she usually will sit down and like look through her books by herself. She will also play puzzles by herself. So just having those moments where I can just nurse Kwali just sitting in the chair and like be chill, and she's doing her own thing, helps out so much. And I am able to not feel as overwhelmed with 2 of them, because it kind of feels like she's just doing her own thing, at least for a little while. The next is baby wear. I don't think I could get anything done if I didn't baby wear Kwali, because I only have 2 arms, so I don't know how I would get anything done if I wasn't able to wear him. And so yeah, baby wearing, not only is it beneficial to the baby and to you to create that bond, but also it frees you up to be able to do stuff, especially with your older. So if your older one wants to go play or whatever, you're able to just strap that baby on and then go out and do whatever it is that your older one wants to do. My next tip is find friends who are in a similar situation. I'm super lucky to have found my best friend Becca out here, and she has 2 little ones, and so we're able to vent and talk, and she's able to give me tips and advice because that's what I need. And so by finding parents who are in the same situation as you, you're able to make that connection and you're able to feel less lost. This one's a little bit difficult, but create me time. Create some time for yourself. I'm lucky that whenever Zach gets home from work, he just kind of picks up Luna and like they do their own thing. So whenever Wally takes a nap in the afternoon, I'm able to do whatever it is that I want to do, whether it's make a video or edit or whatever it is that I want to do, read my books. I'm able to just get at least 10-15 minutes to myself where I'm not focusing on 2 kids. And the last one, and one of the most important ones, is be gentle with yourself. Some days are going to be a lot harder than others, and that's just how life is. So we need to take a step and realize that it's just one day, or it's just 1 hour, it's just 1 minute of your day that was kind of chaotic, and that everything's going to be fine, that every day you're going to get better. Every day it's going to become more of a routine, and you're going to realize that it's not as daunting as you thought it would be. So just be very kind with yourself. Realize that you're human. Realize that you're going to make mistakes and not every day is going to be perfect. And so be kind to yourself and remind yourself that you are human. So that is it for today's video. If you guys have any comments or questions, shoot them over at my Instagram. Tlazocamahti for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.